I was going to college out in Western Pennsylvania. My freshman year, my mom passed away. As a result of that, my aunt and uncle, they invited me to come out and live with them. My aunt and uncle became like parents to me. After I moved out here, the current pastor at the time, he encouraged me to get involved with the youth and start teaching Sunday school, working with the youth group. And slowly but surely, God just started moving my heart and turning my heart to the spiritual things of ministry. That pastor, the Lord called him up north. At that time, the church decided to start focusing on me potentially being the next man to lead the church in a full-time capacity. Frankly, I never desired to be a pastor. I actually didn't want to be a pastor. And so it was just God's gracious hand guiding me one step at a time, moving me in this direction. My hopes for the church, to be honest, I really didn't know, other than the excitement of having that clear call. I think there was a lot of naivete about it, that I really didn't understand the magnitude of it. By the end of 2012, we had a few people that left in a difficult way. Over the course of 2013, we lost about half the church, and significant people in the church left. Each Sunday as I'd get up to preach, I would wrestle with the Lord, just begging Him to just give me peace. When you're just trying to put out fires everywhere and waiting for that next person to leave, it's hard to look forward. I had never heard of Tim Potter. I had never heard of Arch Ministries before. I have no idea why, but it just seemed to be the right thing. And so I went to this seminar. The tremendous blessing that I experienced was being introduced to other men throughout the country who were operating in different cultures that really allowed me to see church being done a little bit different than maybe the way we do church, just due to the cultural differences. Just because we've always done church one way doesn't mean it's right or wrong, but it also doesn't mean it's the only way. I would definitely call it a paradigm shift. It was like drinking water out of a fire hydrant. It was shifting how I viewed what I had grown to know as what church was supposed to be. It became apparent very quickly that this was just going to take time. You can't force it upon anybody because it's not going to work that way. So it's building a culture. It's not without discouragement. So often you feel like you're going in the right direction, and then it comes to a screeching halt, or it fizzles out. Or this is now 5 years into the process. The blessing that I would say of interacting with Arch Ministries has been being introduced to guys that have a similar mindset, and as a result being able to have these interdependent relationships and helping me as I wrestle through the regular valleys of ministry. There has been a significant process of my heart changing through all of this. It's been helping me to see the need to be intentional with all my relationships, with my children, with my wife, with my neighbors, just looking for every opportunity, but having more of an intentional outlook upon having that redemptive influence to anybody I come into contact with. You know, I've gotten involved in our fire department, just seeking to build redemptive relationships there. If I'm to reach our community for Christ, I need to go where the people are at and really be intentional about spending time with those that I may not necessarily be able to spend time with unless I'm doing things that they're doing. In the next 5 years, I truly believe that we're going to start to see more and more people embrace this kind of a disciple-making culture. God's at work.